Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Tvanvatitam Gagana Sarisham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunaraitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Namaskaram everyone, welcome. Welcome to Hinduism Now Global Press Live. Hindus talking about Hindumisia. So it's no longer Hinduphobia. It's no longer acceptable or necessary to use the term Hinduphobia. Clearly what's happening is Hindumisia, Hindu hatred. So although it may be an uncomfortable subject for many, as looking into our incompletions, looking into our difficulties, looking into our blockages, often is extremely uncomfortable. But by acknowledging the reality of what is limiting us and where our incompletions and blockages are, only by becoming aware of what is stopping us, what is preventing us from living as Melu Tantra defines a Hindu as one who has renounced all ignorance and inferiority. So by definition of Shastras, the Hindu has to renounce his ignorance and his inferiority, which means that powerlessness. So it's the responsibility of Hindus to renounce our powerlessness. So whether we have fear or powerlessness of looking at the reality, of talking about the reality, and of looking into possible solutions and what kind of blockages we experience about looking into those solutions and making them happen, so that we have a responsibility as guardians of the eternal Sanatana Hindu Dharma, as it's lived on planet Earth, to enrich the society. That is our responsibility as Hindus. So we continue today with our open discussions on Hindus speaking about Hindumisia. And I'd like to welcome our guest today, Sureshji. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we are also having our first meeting together, first time meeting right now. So we're all experiencing this together. And we had just a very short introduction, and we're going to have to make sure that what Sureshji just shared with us comes out, if not today, in the future, because in the few moments that we had to share, he's sharing some extremely pertinent and applicable and current issues, strategies facing Hindus and Hinduism. So with this, I'd like to welcome Sureshji again, and please, Ayab, if you would just go ahead and please introduce yourself for all of us and personally, and please go ahead and share what you'd like to share.
Yeah, thank you, Swamiji. Myself, I am Suresh Chennabatni from Hyderabad, Telangana, South India, and I'll call it as a Bharat. Right. So I am from the Hyderabad. We all know Hyderabad is very much populated with like Muslim community. 50% they are. Moreover, what kind of problems we are facing in locally, as well as whatever we are facing locally, now it is a global problem. It's no more a local problem. It is like what we are saying that is happening everywhere. In every state or every country, the same kind of practices we are seeing, and same kind of like targets, like Hindus are the soft target. So one thing what I have understood from these many years. Before that, I would like to introduce myself. That I work for a Seva Bharati, and I'm working for some kind of Seva activities. And apart from that, professionally, I do videos. I do like graphics. I do animations. I am from the multimedia animation industry. I teach as well as I develop videos. Okay, and now we take a call on Hinduism and Hindumisia. So Swamiji was telling about there won't be any Hinduphobia or See, it was a never be, there was a no Hindophobia, but yes, it is being created. As we have seen in the previous government, there even the Hindu terrorists have come up. The Hindu terrorists, there is Hindu was never been a terrorist. He was always for the people. He's always for the people. He's helping each and every person. As we have know and we have read also that every time India with open hands, it is welcomed each and every nation whenever they need us. Whenever they were in problem, whenever they came to our country, Indian people are always welcomed them and helped each and every nation who were in risk. But at the same period, if you see now, the people who have come here and settled here now, they are becoming more powerful than the what Indians are, and they are trying to dominate. They are trying to create themselves greater, and they want them to settle here, and target is the soft target is the Hindus. Why Hindus? Because see, Hindu is we never look for any other religion. We never want anybody to convert into Hinduism. We never asked anybody to convert to our religion. We never say that Hindu is very great, Hindu gods are very great, our God is great, whatever is our things are there, they are much greater than your religion. Hindu never said that. And we never taught like that. Our parents or our ancestors or whatever books we have, we never said, we never read that. But over a period of time, what happened in our school days, we have observed that one community people on every Friday, they are getting special permission to go for their prayers. There are 70 students in a classroom, and out of 70, there are 4 to 5 students are from other religion, and they are having a special permission on every Friday afternoon that they can go for their prayers. But what happened to the 65 students? Why they don't have any temples? Why they do not have any prayers? There are n number of festivals which we has to leave our festivals at home, and we used to go to the school. There are, like, for example, I'll say this Naga Panchami. The Naga Panchami is one of the festivals where every year we see that, or Krishna Ashtami, or else we this Sri Rama Navami, right? The Sri Rama's birthday, or else Hanuman Jayanti. These all are the festivals are we pray every day to these gods, but we never had a holiday on these days. We used to very hurriedly, we used to rush to our schools simply by attending a small prayer at a temple or anywhere, and we used to rush to our schools with unattending these events. But at the same time, we are observed in our schools that they are getting a special permissions for every week, afternoon, Friday, and they are going for their prayers. We never understood that subject, the concept in our school days, but over a period of time, we understood that it is not about the small kind of practice. It is being done by a big political parties, big political leaders, big, like from the initial phase of the independence, what is the practices have been introduced in the country are from one-sided. We are a part of, we have become a victims of a secularism. We have been taught that all are equal, but others are taught that you are not equal. You are much superior than the Hindus. And the Hindus are always taught that we are equal to each and every religion. But this is a basic foundation where in today's scenario, if you observe, this is a major problem from our times. What we taught and what is happened was totally, it's it's very problemsome. Like we never thought like that. When we read our books, we thought, we read every time that Mughal rulers were the great. We never, we had only just 5 to 6 lines of Rana Pratap Singh, and we had a very small chapter of Shivaji. But we read in our social about the Mughal rulers. Aurangzeb was a great ruler, Akbar was a great ruler, and his complete clan is complete from the from who is the father of Humayun, who is the father of Aurangzeb. If you ask anybody, every school kid will tell the complete structure of this, who is the father of whom. But we do not know Tanaji. Till we have seen the movie, Tanaji movie, we never heard of Tanaji. He was a great freedom fighter. After seeing that movie, we came to know that Tanaji, like that, there are n number of great freedom fighters of Hinduism. They were there, but we never know them. This has been a very great conspiracy which happened against Hindus in our own country, and this is a major problem. We must come out of this kind of things, and we should face, and we should we should come out with the ideas, and we should place on international standards where each and every person must know what and how the Indians, what kind of problems Hindus are facing in India. After being in a majority, we are targeted in the name of caste. We are divided in the caste system, reservations. One caste has a reservation, one caste does not have the reservation, respective of their financial condition. What kind of reservation must be there? We must see that people who are financially bad or financially not in a good state, they should be helpful. But in the name of the caste, irrespective of their financial condition, they are being in reserve. And what is happening? The real talent is suffocated. They are not coming out. They are don't know what happening to them, right? So yeah, I am not against to any reservation, but what kind of reservation we should have? So there are a number of issues where Hindus are targeted. I'm not say about any one caste or creed, but it is about the Hinduism. Hindus are divided in the name of the caste. And who is going to suffer? All are suffering, not one. If one caste is getting reserved and he is well settled, but over a period of time, there is nothing. In the name of religion, he is being killed and he is looted and nothing is there. We have seen this kind of countries like Pakistan. We all know that it was a Hindu nation, but we have seen the partition happened, how the people have left everything and they got killed. And we do not know how many Hindus are settled in India, but we know that Pakistan, like Muslims, they went there, settled in Pakistan as well as they settled in India. But what about Hindus? Where they settled? How many of them killed? How many are there left? Are they really well today? How many we have seen who are very good in India, who have come from Pakistan? I mean, like Hindus from Pakistan. How many they came alive? We do not know. At the same time, if you see in the British era, we have seen that in Kolkata, like genocide, like how the Hindus are killed. Every time, everywhere, the Hindus are soft target and they are got killed. But it is not anywhere, it is not a headline. Every time it is been in the last corner of the newspaper. It has not been highlighted everywhere. Nobody knows that Hindus are getting killed. Now, after now the present government has come, it is the highlighting, the things are getting highlighted. Okay, these things are happening in India, to the majority especially. What other countries they think? If a small thing happened from the majority, it has been highlighted over the complete world will be seeing that, okay, majority, oh, these people are killing like that. But it never happened by the majority. It is a plan. Always it has been a conspiracy made against the Hindus and targeted Hindus. In the name of a small issues, the complete community is targeted. Because Hindus are in majority. Being in a majority, Hindus have never got any kind of help from being a majority, from the governments, previous governments. They have been always like in the name of reservations, in the name of something else, they are divided and they have ruled the complete community. Is the Hinduism is not like now thing. The first thing, the Hindus, they pray to we have a number of gods, we have a number of temples. The basic thing, when we say it as a secularism, what is meant by a secularism? Everybody is equal, right? According to the democratic law, everybody is equal. But why the Hindus temples are under government endowment department? Why the other communities, churches or the mosque or any other things are not under the government endowment departments? Why the Hindus do not have the personal law board? Why the other community has their own personal law board? Why the Hindus are always divided in the caste? When we say Hindus, we say in the name of a BC or OC or something else. Why they were never called as a Hindus? They are called as a OC or a BC. But whereas other communities, they called as their religion name, a Muslims or a Christians, right? So it's a major thing where the Hindus are targeted softly, politically, with a great perfect plans are implemented with a very long vision. Increase the population of one community and reduce the population of another community. So how to reduce the one community population and how to increase the other community population? They have given a number of things to I cannot say who has given, how it happened, but it happened. And it happened and it is happening and it is going on. So there are the things which are there, which there are, as I was just before I was telling you, there was nearby my home, there is a market. In the market, each and every fruit seller is from one community. There are no fruit seller from the Hindus. Out of 100%, there are 90% are flower sellers are from one community. And there is a syndicate of those people that the wholesalers will not sell the fruits to Hindus. Only they will sell for only one community. Only they have their shops to sell. So why the Hindus do not sell? So why? And moreover, if you see, like Sri Shailam is one of the Shaiva temple. The recent issue have come up that there are market roads. The temple has given some kind of shops to the people. The majority of the shopkeepers are from the Muslim community. The temple Sri Shailam is not a very small place, a small temple. It is one of the Shakti, what we call Jyotirling, we say as a Shiva Jyotirling. Right, but it is one of the biggest temples of India, which is where we learned that Shivaji has done tapasya there, and he got Lord Devi has given darshan to him in that particular place. The majority of the shopkeepers of the temple premises are given to Muslim community. So what they will sell, what they will do there? Will they pray to our God? And now the latest thing in Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh is a neighbor state of Telangana, is a Telugu state. There the new government, the new government come up. We all know Balaji, Tirupati Balaji is one of our whole and soul devotion God, Balaji, Lord Venkateshwara Swami, we say. That temple is under critical situation. The most of the people in the temple are the Christians. They have names of Hindus, but they follow Christianity. But they are working in a temple premises for the temple purpose. So, how a different person who is praying to a different God, how he can be loyal to a Hindu God or Hinduism? We have seen the news as coming in the newspaper that these people who are working on the temple premises in different positions, they have got a lot of money in their bank lockers. We do know, it's very direct indication that they are getting money from the temple and they are taking by themselves. Now they are having all luxury lives. Before this government, the employees, different employees were there, they are living their normal life because they have a scare of God. No, we should Papa Punya is one thing what Hindus follow. When the person converts to a new religion, he will be out of this subject. There is no Papa, no Punya. Whatever you do, God will take care. God will leave you all the things. That is a subject they learn. And they come out of that. Hinduism box, and they are very free to do whatever they want. And the moreover, they are not following the God, the temple where they are working. So what kind of help we can expect from them? In the temple premises, the priests, different people who are coming to the temple, they cannot chant Lord Venkateshwara's name. We have seen a different videos on social media that one of the person is chanting Lord Venkateshwara's name, and the policeman asked him, "You should not shout here." In a premises of Tirumala, Lord Venkateshwara's premises, and the person is targeted saying that you should not chant the Lord's name here. What kind of secularism is this? We have anytime any Hindu went and asked anybody in the church that you should not call the God's name, Lord's name, or any mosque he went and you should not say that, you should not call Allah. What kind of secularism is this? Totally, it has been one-sided. The only, in the name of secularism, the only soft target are the Hindus. Hindus are always very soft because they try for moksha, they believe in moksha. They do whatever in the name of papa punya, they do papam, they scare of doing such things, and they try to do good things. They don't want anybody to make their enemy. They want to help everybody. So what I mean to say now that yes, we were there, we are like this, but now the time has come to come out of this box and see the reality, what is happening. And we, as a Swamiji said, the Hindu phobia or Hindu, like, we should be very open to discuss such kind of things wherever across the world, whatever is happening against the Hinduism. It should be open on the platform. It should be create awareness to fellow Hindus, what kind of problems faced by them. It has to be created awareness to each and every person so that world knows how Hindus are and how Hindus were and how, what kind of problems they are facing today. These are few things what I have observed in my life. And yes, there are always solutions, but it's the one thing that what I express, like there is the only one thing which can help each and every of us is practicing our subject, I mean Hinduism, and unity, being united. The each and every Hindus must be following, irrespective of the God name. We all know that we have a number of God names. We believe and we follow that. But first thing is that we should be united in the name of Hinduism, Hindumisia. Right. So these are the things which are very important. If we are not woke up, then there will be no chance to get up. And now whatever land is there with us, it won't be there in the future. We lost most of our Hindus nations. We are every time our lands are gone, and we must stand for it. Now whatever left, we cannot leave them. We should open our eyes and see what is happening across us. Now we should stop for running for our bread and butter. Now we should run for our land. We cannot leave our land. That is what I mean to say.
Yes, right. Excellent. So that's very good summary. I have so many aspects and so many practical aspects and so many illustrations of, you know, the various parts of Hindu life, how through education and temple management and the caste designations, sharing about, so we're getting close to the time, so that is great. I actually made some notes of the various points that you made because they're very pertinent and very specific examples also. One of the things you mentioned was, which is correct, that had come through the Supreme Court recently for the Sri Sailam temple, believe it is, then that the Supreme Court had overturned a ruling. There was a previous, believe it would be High Court ruling saying that non-Hindus would not be occupying the shops on the temple premises. And so the Supreme Court had overturned that. So actually it's quite an interesting point you raised there. And also the temple management in Tirumala and Tirupati, and obviously that is sort of a question that, and that is the question I had that you raised. Then so instead of just taking the bread and butter, now it's even a discussion of the land, and that is that point that if a Hindu can't chant a Hindu god's name in a Hindu temple, then what good is bread and butter?
Yeah.
So
it is a burning issue. It is a burning issue, and we cannot keep it just like that. And it is like I will say it is I do not know how we can come out of this, but it pains a lot. It gives a lot of pain that how and why this is happening to us, and when it is going to stop, and how it is going to stop. I do not know, but yes, I'll do my best, whatever I can do.
Great. So that's what I asked. So we're just coming to the conclusion of our time for today. So then what would you want to share in terms of, you mentioned the the Hindu unity and the need for Hindus to do what we do, to do our work, and that means be a Hindu. Is there anything else you'd like to share about that that need or the process or the path?
One thing, there are a lot of people are there because the other religions, they are doing their business. We are not doing the business. We are doing a real business of earning money with like whatever businesses we have. But the other religions, for especially we have seen that movie called a trance movie, where the very exclusively the movie shown how the religious business will be there. That is a very interesting movie. After seeing that movie, I have understood how that Christian missionaries, they work out, how they catch people and how they create such kind of people. It was an interesting movie. So, but what we are doing, why our gurukulas are closed, why the madrasas are opened very much, why our learning system is totally totally gone. What we are learning today, why the people are passionate of English, why we are not with our own language. What happened to our language? Is that bad our language is? The English is that great language? Why? We all know that our languages are having their own importance, and English having its own importance. English is good out of India, but we are having our own language. So what we are doing? Why we are not reading our scriptures in our own language? Now today the time has come that our even whatever the hymns are there, we are typing them in English and learning. So so many things are there to tell, but yes, it's not today we are going to happen everything, right? So step by step it all happens.
Well, excellent. Thank you so much for joining and for sharing today. We hope we can have you back again soon. You're telling so many aspects that are exactly the kind of things, like even the example of who are the fruit sellers, right? When you get the flowers for puja, who's supplying, right? Who's in control of the supply of your puja? So these are pertinent questions. So to avoid taking more of your time, I'd like to thank you again, once again, Aya, for
one more small thing I need to tell. every day when we pour oil to put the diya, right? So what happened last 1 week, whenever I am pouring the oil and whenever I keep lighter, so it is some kind of smoke is coming out of the that light, diya. So I observed what is happening, why it is happening like this. After observation, that the manufacture of that oil is some kind of company which is not from Hindu community, and that oil is that some kind of a turpentine oil is used in that, and that is a puja oil used for puja. That oil is used for puja, and when we are lighting up, the smoke is coming out of the light. So I have returned all the bottles whichever I got, but there is a lot of things are happening where whatever items used by Hindus, the manufacturers are becoming from other community, and it is totally malfunctioned products are coming to the houses of Hindus, and which are not good in any aspect.
Right. It's almost as if is the question, Hindus, are we incapable of providing and producing our own products we need even for puja? Like, is that, yeah.
See, our activities are controlled by other community, which is happening a major issue now. Yeah, anyway, sir, very thankful that I have got this opportunity to talk on this platform. I'm very much thankful to giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Ayat. Lastly, I would ask you if you could repeat. You said you saw a movie about that was
trance movie, trance, TRANCE, trance movie.
Okay.
It is Tamil, Malayalam, Hindi. It is there. It's very very interesting movie.
Great, excellent. Okay, then thank you once again, Ayat, and we'll just complete this session chanting a Pura mantra.
Yeah.
Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam.